Oh, hi. Do you feel sick? You feel a wee bit sick or something? Yeah, that's my job. That's my job is to make you feel poorly. Poorly it's. No, that's right, man. I'm sick. This is why I've stopped watching. But I do have to put this little thing down because a good mate of mine had mentioned something about writing. And as I'm like, along with Kanye West, in the top five writers of all time. Me, Shakespeare, Kanye, probably guy who does the Daily Mirror, Piers Morgan. He's likely up there too, probably. But no, I mean, I can't pretend to be any kind of expert on anything. Despite having five gold medals, you know, and all of the Irish arts. Yeah. Um, But no, I mean, I've been writing for quite a while, and whereas I used to write more like fictional stuff myself. I used to write well, there were certain like I think you got to think about motivations to begin with when it comes to, well, I think there's a number of things you got to have, right? If you're gonna be a writer, you got to have the desire, right? And if the desire's there, then that means there must be a certain amount of talent. You must have talent as a writer. Okay, we don't need to break that down to I can spell big words. What, you got rhythmic things, you got ideas, you got plot, you got characters. Not everybody can do everything, We all have our little specialities, so, you just do what you do and you do your best. But, I mean, that's one thing. You do need ability, when you need imagination, you need drive. And for me, the drive a lot of times to try and just kind of prove myself, either to myself or to other people. I'm not sure what it was. Plus, I just enjoyed it, the art. And I come to realize the more I kind of demanded a higher standard of myself as I went along, when I realized I could do better and could do better. The more I demanded that kind of standard of myself, I realized that you've really, really got to pay, if you want to get that really high quality shit out of you, like literature. You can't just like write a diary of literature and just write literature all day off the top of your head. That's not how that works. If you want to write premium, something that would be considered literature by anybody with a learned ear, eye, or otherwise a functioning instrument, organically planted in their biosphere, yeah. Um, yeah, so that in itself was like, well, a compliment. But once you've received that compliment and you understand that the literature has come through a great perseverance and even a sacrifice, besides learning your craft and everything as well, and the compliments don't really mean too much to you because you know that you earned it. I earned that little bit of literature there, because I fucking, I nearly fucking, my brain nearly exploded writing that. So yeah, and when you've earned it that way as well, you're less prone to showing it off, at every chance you get. You meet a nice girl, a guy, a girl guy, one of our in between our middle people, one of those beautiful people who can do all that nice stuff. What's the word for it? Bio. I'm an idiot. Like I forgot a little bit. I put too much time into writing the old style literature, and I forgot all the new stuff. I find it hard to keep up with the new stuff. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Non-binary people. Yeah. Yeah. Which I think is really cool, by the way. I have more of an understanding of why that is a thing now. So maybe that's something worth writing about. If you're somebody that is writing, really wants to make a mark, Well, that's one of our biggest issues of today. So if you can educate yourself about that and get some kind of an understanding about it, or if you want to aim at developing an understanding about it, start writing in and around it, very respectfully. And then maybe you will find yourself in the middle of some kind of an adventure wherein you start to pick up a very acute experiential understanding of that particular subject. Yes, which it would be quite useful to be an authority on that in the modern day, yeah? That would put you in a nice little position. So, something worth thinking about. So yeah, you do need to be motivated to do that stuff. The way I'm working at the minute, I've been writing poetry for a while. More like an Andy Warhol factory type thing, just like fire it. Don't think about it too hard. That's just my wee process at the minute. Some people write really fine, beautiful poetry that again comes under that literature barrier thing. It's really fine, really, really nice writing. It's the odd time I can strike upon that, but it's really not. It's not one of my abilities. You know what I mean? So I really respect people who can do that. So yeah, that's another road you can go down. If you're somebody that's good at plot, good at character, if you like the theatrical type of thing, if you like comedy and stuff like that, there's so many ways you can go down it, and there's so many different types of writers. As I was so warped in my own little literature adventure that I thought, like, oh, I'm a writer. It's just me and James Joyce. We're the only guys in Ireland, I know, and then it's like, oh shit. Like I'm talking to somebody that I realized like halfway through, oh wait, that guy's a writer too, and I didn't even pay him the requisite respect. You know what I mean? So, it's an interesting craft, man. It really is, but the way I'm trying to work at the minute is between those little fart poems, just bang goes out, which I've more thought and more effort to go into them than some people might suspect. But if you have any sense about it, you know that anyway. If you read those, some it's like a little lotto ticket, isn't it? Sometimes you strike it lucky, sometimes you come out with one that's like, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm T.S. Eliot, brilliant, let's go. Other times you whack them out and it's like, oh, fuck, that was so crap. Well, that's how it goes, man. That's just how it goes with it. So the other thing that I learned recently was the sort of what's useful about keeping a blog, not blog. What do you call it? Like a diary. Yeah, there's another word for it. Some people keep like a written account pretty much of everything that goes on with them, right? Now they say, what I've heard is that if you keep the style of that, right, and the attitude of that to be not dry, but not impersonal either, passive, non-judgmental, yeah, then your own emotional state will be bolstered nearly by the fact that you have kept this passage of everything going on, and you've been sure not to colour reality with your own prejudices, biases, favours, and such as, I don't quite understand the concept myself, but I think even to begin just to keep a journal, that's the word, a journal. Just keep a little journal of things. And what I realised is, and this is why I'm particularly taken with this with this little device is you can journal with your mouth. If you can talk as much, yeah, you can do it that way. You know? So you're journaling as you go. You're narrating your own story, you're entertaining whoever's with you, all of that stuff. But it's almost just like a little bump, a little nudge. Get into that little groove there. You know where you were a second ago before you started getting a little bit angry and a little bit hateful. Get in that wee bump there. That's you there, kid. That's the non-judgmental, nice wee one. See when you're in there? That's going to make all your journey a whole lot sweeter. So, what's this all about, bro? What is all this, yeah, getting a tattoo in the new year. Be safe.